Welcome back to Camp Out West and another episode as we transform our abandoned caravan park into our dream home and guest campsite.
So we're starting a really exciting job today. We've had the call from the electricians that they have got some time for us later this week to come and start the second fix. So that'll be them sending electric into the cabin, hooking up all of the plugs, the sockets, all the lighting to turn it from what is just a shed into an actual usable space. So we have a part to play in that, and they've asked us to dig a trench from the concrete slab about, I don't know what it is, 20 odd meters up to our electric boxes. So that's what we're going to be doing today, and something really good has just been delivered, which is going to be hopefully making our life a lot easier.
I don't know whose idea this was. I don't even have a driving license.
So this is our helper for the day. We've had numerous diggers and drivers on the land in the past 3 years, and we've sort of avoided learning how to use the diggers or the excavators ourselves. We figured now is the perfect time for us to actually get one to use and actually figure out how to use them, because there's lots of other projects coming up, like the next cabin base and more work on the drainage, which we want to have a go doing ourselves just so we can learn a new skill. So we figured today we've got a ditch to dig, which is just for an electric cable, like an armoured cable. So we've got the smallest bucket that the digger comes with, and we need to dig a 60 deep hole. So that's going to be our first thing with the digger to learn how to do.
First job is trimming back the area where our trench for our electric lines will go.
Next, I spray painted a line on the ground of where I wanted to dig. This will make it easier for me to follow and know where to stop. I found it took a little while to learn which controls did what on the machine, but got the hang of it before driving it near the cabin. Moving the machine into place and feeling stable with it is more of a challenge than operating the boom and bucket is what I found, so this ditch will be a good challenge for me. Next, I gave Em a crash course on the digger, and I tried my best to explain what each lever does and how to operate it for digging.
So basically you want to then go down like that, so away from you, on both hands. And start bringing it up. The up is always towards you. Okay. Then you're going to use your left hand to turn your left. Go, bring it up a bit with this hand. You go left. Nice and slower, don't jolt. And then just to tip it out, open your bucket. That's it, give it a little wiggle at the end. Go back. Huh? Go Yeah, that's it. Just go really, really slow. How was it?
It's okay. Lot to remember. I don't know what it is.
Scoop the bucket, you're going to lose it. Shake it.
Em's first lesson complete. I then carried on digging the rest of the ditch. The hardest thing we found was, as our soil is clay, it kept getting stuck in the bucket, which slowed down the process quite a lot, thus having to use a spade to knock it out. Still way better than hand digging this whole ditch. We'd have been here for at least a week.
Good morning, we're up early today. We are actually off to Swansea this morning as Em is running a 10k race, part of her training for her London Marathon. So we thought we'd bring you along with us.
Thank you. Okay. It kind of feels like the calm before the storm. It's really nice outside now, but by the time my race is, it's meant to be torrential rain and 30-mile-an-hour winds. So I'm really nervous. I really wanted to get a PB today. So wish me luck. If you've been watching our channel for a while, you know I'm not a coffee drinker, so I'm just going to make a Holy Energy to wake me up. And I'm also going to pack one of their electrolyte hydration mixes because I know I'm going to need it for after. This is my favourite one, the coconut. It's actually really hard to find electrolytes that are zero sugar, so I love these ones from Holy. So before I go, I just want to say a big thank you to Holy for sponsoring today's video and all my running training. So if you're new to Holy, they make powdered drinks you mix with water, a smarter alternative to cans. They've got 3 ranges: Energy, which is John's go-to, powered by Nucaf for a smooth 4-hour caffeine release; Hydration, which I've been using for all my long runs and my marathon training, packed with electrolytes and minerals; and their iced teas, which is my favourite, made with real tea, vitamin C and antioxidants with zero sugar, a lot better than the bottled iced teas. If you've never tried Holy, their deluxe starter sets are a great place to start because you get to try a bit of everything first so you can figure out your favourite flavours before ordering one of their bigger tubs. So if you'd like to give Holy a try, just head to the link in our description and use our code CAL5 to get £5 off your first order. Or if you're already a customer, you can use our code CAL to get 10% off. Thanks again to Holy for sponsoring today's video and for supporting my marathon training. Now it's time to jump in the car and head to my race.
If you follow us on Instagram, you would have seen that I'm currently training for the London Marathon next April, after getting a spot to raise money for the incredible Alzheimer's charity Brace. Both John and I lost our grandmothers to Alzheimer's, so it's a charity we're both really passionate about. I've ran over 190 miles in my training so far, and I've got 7 months left until the big day. So if you'd like to donate to my marathon fundraiser, I'll leave a link in the top of the comments, and all the donations go directly to the charity Brace, who fund world-class clinical and laboratory research into dementia to find better treatments, achieve earlier diagnosis, and one day find a cure.
Go on, Alan.
Thankfully, the rain didn't start until I crossed the finish line.
Maggie, who's there? Who's there? Who's here? Who's there?
They went through the line.
Thank you. This is a ditch that I've dug ready for the electricians to come and do our supply to the cabin. So for the regulations, they asked us to dig the ditch 60 centimeters deep, just so the cable's really safe and out of the way. So that's why there's so much spoil here. It looks a bit of a mess at the moment. But yeah, for everyone that's been telling us, I guess for years now, to have a go driving a digger, we can see why. Obviously it's really cool that I had the chance to figure out how to do this myself. I think the hardest thing I found, I think the operation of the boom and the bucket and that sort of controls was easy, but actually manoeuvring the digger and it still feeling quite stable, I think is the challenge. Like, it doesn't really look like it, but there's two sort of levels here, from here down to there, and learning to put the blade behind me so I wasn't feeling like I was going to tip back. So that bit there was quite hard, but it's in place now. The electricians are actually coming today, which is really exciting. This is a bit of a milestone for us with the cabin build. It's going to hopefully turn from a shed today into something usable with some power. They have got all the sockets, light fixtures, quite a few extractor fans and things to fit. So hopefully we'll see what they can do today. But yeah, really excited to get this done.
As much as we like to try and give everything a go ourselves, we aren't electricians and there are very strict regulations to follow. So it's great to have Ben back with us for the second fix. Ben is my godparent's son and we've grown up together since we were babies. Ben is like the fourth brother in my family, so it's good to know we've got someone we can trust to do things properly.
Right, so the weather is taking a little bit of a turn. We've got the plumbers here today and I'm just finishing off the trench. So I've just got a couple of bits to do. You can see it's starting to hold some water, which isn't ideal. But right at the end, at the back here, I'll show you, I found our old septic pipes. So let me flip you around. So that's the old septic pipes. This isn't active, but this is something we're going to be replacing. And you can also see that the old electrical cables and fresh water supply that used to service all of the outhouses. So I just need to dig underneath here and then join the two ditches together. So I'm going to hand dig that, and yeah, then we'll be ready for the main electric line to go in. So that's the job for today.
Last bit of the trench dug, now it's time to lay the cable.
So Ben put a hell of a shift in today on the electrics. He's headed off home now, but he's left us with one new thing in the cabin. So we now have electrics in the cabin, which is wild to us. So today they put the actual electric supply in, the armoured cable. They've put in our distribution box, which is the fuse board to run the electric around the cabin. They've put in all of our sockets, which are 240 volt with USB as well. We've also got our ceiling lighting, we've got extractor fans. And they also installed our bathroom mirror and our bathroom lighting. And then one of the really important parts in here, they've installed this. This is our mechanical air ventilation system, which is something that we have to have. So we've probably mentioned it before, but what we're building is a residential caravan. That's the legal term for what we're building. And part of that is we have to have a mechanical form of air ventilation. So that box there ticks that box for us. So we're really excited that we've got that in here. As well as having the electrics done in the cabin this week, we've also done some other jobs.
One important job was fitting our heat shield behind our log burner. We had a lot of you asking what we're going to do to protect the wall behind the fire, as the cabin is of a wooden construction. The log burner already has a metal heat shield on the back for dissipating the heat, but we've added this separate one we've bought to allow us to fit it closer to the wall to gain more floor space while keeping it all safe. It has this magnet at the bottom that fixes to the steel shield, which is lined with a fireboard.
We've finished putting the heat shield on now behind the fireplace. So essentially we hung it off that top metal bracket, and then we put a magnet on the bottom, and it is, well, completely solid, but it also means if you want to clean the bottom of the hearth or anything, you can actually pick it off. So that's really cool. So we're ready to start on our actual skirting. So the material we've gone with for this is pretty standard. It's just an MDF skirting. We've gone with a really simple rounded profile. We figured that collects less dust, so it should be easier for cleaning. But our first thing we need to do is pretty much cut this to fit with the hearth and there, and then hopefully our first piece will be quite straightforward.
First job was measuring and cutting the skirtings to size.
What have you got? Can I have it? Oh. Can I have it? Got it. Maggie! Maggie, come!
We then primer painted the cut edges of the skirting ready to fix into place. That's the end of today's video. Really happy with the progress from this week and hitting our biggest milestone yet of finally getting power to the cabin. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Do you know that we've got lights in here now? Lights? Yeah? We can plug things in. Do you like that? Ooh.